All right, welcome everybody. How is everyone doing out there today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a secret session. I did not post this up on Twitter. I just posted in the members area. So if you're here, welcome, welcome to everybody. I do want to go over just, I'm going to try to make this as quickly a video. Oh, look at this. We got lovely Peak. Peak is in the house. How you doing, Peakster? Peak is, holy cow. Is that those Bollinger Bands? What the heck is that? That's the weekly. Look at the stoke on this Peak. Look, I mean, this is what really, this is one of the things that I have, like, looking at the stoke right here. This stoke is just crazy insane, right? That's just super crazy. The 200 MA is, I can't adjust that chart, but it looks like that's it right there, right? Yeah. Oh, the green is the, got it, got it, got it. Okay, so the green is the Gaussian trend line. Got it. All right. Oh yeah. Eek. Yeah, I agree with all of that. All right, so let's go. We're gonna break this down. So first thing I'm gonna do is I just want to come over here, and so I still picture us in this big wedge. I still see this as a wedge. We have not created a higher high. I know a lot of people think we have. We have not. Now, here's the thing. We're actually going to find support a little bit higher right now, so I'm going to keep moving that up. 35.55 right here if we were to just fall out here. But you guys know how everything is. It's like bouncing around. Now, I did expect to come up here, and I was thinking that we'd come up here, you know, pull an ABC, and then pull back down right here is kind of what I was hoping for. So that this is just, that's the same wedge. But I do have to keep adjusting the bottom of this wedge right here. So I have moved the wedge over, and I definitely have adjusted the wedge. Give me a second here, boys and girls. I'm gonna go ahead and, all right. We have rallied 8 months before Green Verticals is BCH having events. We rallied 8 months before each. Ah, got it. Got it. How many months are we out right now, Peak? How many months are we out? That's a pretty good chart. I didn't even see that. So now let's go over and take a look at the fibs. So I do have multiple fibs all layered up here. You see this is the daily, yet the 128 that is charging down. If you are over the 128, you know that that is my bullish bearish line, right? We just we haven't gotten on top of that baby in quite a while. So remember, this is the daily. I'm gonna pull all this stuff off. And then there is that 128, right? Look at how that yellow line is just ridden, broke through there, topped out there, but then it's held the price action down. You can see this is where it first broke through, and then it held, it popped through and held, it held. We held, this was the USDT pump, and then here we are today. And we are just coming right back down to this line. I mean, we're getting right back down to it. No reason why we couldn't get up there and poke it. I mean, I was right now. I'm thinking sideways, and I'll kind of show you guys why I'm thinking a little more sideways action here. But yes, I am still the thing that scares me right now really is the longs to shorts chart. That's really what my main concern and main worry is. You know, I don't see anything, you know, there are the 4 hours probably going to have a little bit of a bullish or bearish cross coming up here, couple hours. What is that? 7, 8, about 5 hours. You're going to have a bullish, yeah, about 5 hours. You're going to have a bearish cross on the 4 hour. You're looking to possibly kick a little bitty baby bearish cross on the 6 hour and the 12 hour, if just depending on how this candle holds. Now this is something I do want to show you guys. So we do have, this is what I do consider the bearish cross. You've got the 7 and the 7 and the 50. All right, so your 12 hour has a cross cooking. So it's cooking, and on the 7 and 50, right? This cross will happen in, what is that, 5 hours? 5 hours, right? The issue is we are on the PA, and I don't like the crosses really as much when they do fall on the PA. When they fall on the price action, look right here, you had to fall on the price action. So when you get the crosses on the price action, it's like this, meh, right? Like here, nope, that wasn't a cross. This was actually not a cross. I take that back. Actually, no, that would have been a bearish cross when the 7 rolled over on top of that and dove. That would have kind of been a bearish cross. It did play out eventually, but here when that cross did happen, you saw you didn't get a lot of fireworks. Here you go. Here's a cross. You came up and, you know, took time, but it did play out. So that was a bullish cross right there. I'm looking for a cross that's actually a 7 and 50 that's on the actual, and even a 7 and 30. So see all this mess right here? That's just a freaking mess. There you go. You are on the price right there. That is a bullish. So that's a bullish cross, and that played out. You got a nice pump right there. And let's see what else we got here. I mean, we are literally sitting butts to nuts on top of that cross. See what we got here. So there's 750, a little bit above the price action. 750, yeah, right on it. So there's another one right on it. You see you got a bullish cross. The cross happened on the actual price action, and you got a bullish kick out of it. Now we're about to do the same thing, right? We're about to do the same thing here, and let me label this. All right. So this was a 7 and 50. There's a bull cross on the PA. So it's right on top of the price action. So that one actually played out pretty nicely. And there's another one. There's a 750 bear cross, right? There's a 750 bear. Bear cross, a little above the price action right there. That one actually just happened just like a teeny tiny bit above the price action, but pretty darn close. So you see that this is a pretty legitimate cross that's going to happen. I don't know. Now this is only going to go one way. This is not like it can, you can flip the cross. You can definitely flip the cross, but it'll take time to flip the cross because it'll have to do like, just like this. This is a cross flip. See how it was under, then it was over, right? So that you're going to have to do a cross flip. Like this was a bullish cross. The 7 came up over it, and that was a bullish cross, even though this was a lot of craziness right here. But you are about to get a possible bearish cross. And the key to hold right here is under, right? You want to be under that 38.50. So bear if under 38.50. Okay, and I just want to confirm. Yep. So it's going to be bearish if it's under 38.50. You got 5 hours, so you want to set your little watchy watch by that and set a timer. And I would keep an eye on that cross. So that will be an issue. Now, same thing in 5 hours, you're going to have another bear cross on the 4 hours. So we've also got a bear cross cooking on the 4 hour with 30 and 50. Now, listen, I only call, when I call bear and bull crosses, it's very specific, okay? I want to cross the 7 or the 30, the 7 or the 50, or the 30 and the 50. All other crosses to me are pretty neutral and can go both ways. They can actually swing both ways on me. And, you know, once again, that for me, like, this monthly is a bear cross. That is a bear cross. It's not a neutral cross. It is a bear cross. So we're still, still fighting out this bear cross right here. The 2-day, that's a crazy-ish candle we got over here on the 2-day. right? And I do want to talk about, let's go back over here. I want to talk about that. There's the 12-hour, there's the daily. Just a lot of craziness. I mean, this looks like a big, almost symmetrical triangle to me, or a wedge, but it definitely looks more symmetrical to me than anything. So it is kind of cooking up a symmetrical style triangle here on this time frame, and you can, I know I'm not going to drop that in there perfect, but I mean, this is kind of right. It's kind of a symmetrical-ish style triangle that this is printing out right here. All right, let me pop that. Come on. Right, so that I would say that we are, especially on the 2-day, you see it pretty well. You see that symmetrical style cross right there. You're going to look for a break up or down below out of this cross. I think Peak had that on one of his charts also earlier. Okay, the 3-day. Okay, 3-day, just going to show support under us, 38.20. Not really going to help. The weekly is 37.08. Now, on the weekly, one of the things I would like to identify on the weekly is kind of how I look at this. This was an uptrend. This was a very bearish candle. And then you've basically got to follow through with a spinning top, spinning style top here, right? Spinning top. So you've got multiple bearish candles. Bearish hanging man, bearish shooting star, bearish spinning top, bearish quasi spinning top. So you actually posted up 4 bear candles right here, right? This is 4 bear candles in a row. All right, and I'll mark those. It's got 4 bear candles in the row. So one was a hanging man, right? 2 was a shooting star, right? 3 was spinning top. 4 was spinning top-ish, right? We're going to call that one spinning top-ish. Spinning. There we go. Okay, so you do have all these now on, and I'm going to go back over to the lower time frames. I do want to show you something on the lower time frames that I have been watching. Right, and let me get this. Weekly, right? So I do want to show you something that's over on the time frame over here. So what I've been watching on the time frame over here, this is the 4, 6, 12, and daily. So this just descending pattern of volume, right? I mean, you have this volume that has been definitely dying off on, all 3 of these charts. You go over to the 2-day. Let me pull a 2-day up. Let me throw a volume up in this baby. There you go. Same thing on this volume. Like, this is a bearish trend right here, right? This was, and we did fall out. I mean, we legitimately fell out of this bearish trend, but this keeps falling out right here, and it's taking us into basically a low volume trading environment, which is very bad, because when you're trading in a low environment, and when you're trading in a low volume trading environment, you get these pumps and or dumps that are pretty much useless because there's no real action behind them, right? There's just no real action. So that's the other thing. So I want you to be aware that even if we have a dump, I think it'll get sucked back up. Even if we have a pump, I think it'll get sucked back down, right? Just the Bollinger Bands on the 12-hour tight, Bollinger Bands on the daily tight. 2-day and 3-day really not doing anything. But you see, if you take a look at the daily and the 12-hour, I mean, these babies have just been acting as support. We just can't get below, right? So 12-hour and daily BB mean line has been solid support and tested over and over. right? I do expect for this to possibly break. It's been banged on. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times this thing has been banged on the 12 hour. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you just hit it a 5th time on the daily. So that, we just keep banging and banging and banging on this line right here. You're just watching to see if this will break. Now the good news is if it does break, like I said, you're going to get caught. There's not, you're going to get caught on something a little bit lower. There's a lot of support down here. Look at this, 37.50. A lot of support, and so we have our support is 37.50. It's 50-ish. So there's our support. Cruising over, this is our Gauss trend line. You got 12 daily, 2 day, 3 day. Now, same thing. Look at this. That Gauss trend line just holding the price action over here on the 2 day, continually holding it up. Nothing else here, right? Sky's the limit above it. There's nothing above this. Nothing. Right, there's nothing. I mean, this has got free run, this free money run up there, up to 4,200 on the daily. I mean, Jesus, look at that. The 12 hours, crazy, right? That's the only top side Gauss line you have right there is that 4111 line. Everything else is just a support line. That's all you got. You just got support. 3800, 3828, 3730. So those are just your supports right there. Okay, this is the key that I'm watching. I'm watching the 2 day and the 3 day TDI because if you go back yonder, right, you go back yonder on this, and there they are. This is the last time. Now look at last time we had an up, a down, an up, and then a crash. Right, so you got so the green is the price action. The green is your price action. These are moving averages, right? And the red is basically your trailing indicator, and this does cross bear and or bull. You kind of got a double top on it. Well, you didn't. You did get a double top on the red indicator, and then it just completely fell out of the sky. Right, just took a huge monster mammoth jamma dumpy wumpy, and that was all she wrote. This was the capitulation wick. This was baby bull Jesus all the way down here yonder. Okay, I'm watching a very similar thing play out now. Very interesting to note. You see this green area. This was the bull run. When this thing breaks up to the upper side. See, it peaked up just for a second. Peaked up just for a second before our second test, before our bull run back in 2015. But, this was all bull run. The TDI called the bull run. It was like, hey, as soon as it got up here, this was all bull runish. You got a head start, little preview that says bull run's coming. This did test all the way back down, almost to the bottom again. Then the actual bull run took off. We're doing the same thing. Look, here's 2014. You see it all down here at the bottom. Look, there's that little nose pump up. There's that little nose pump up, right? And we're just banging along here. Now, if you look at the similarities between 2014 and 15 and now, you can see once the market went bearish over here, you had this one really good solid pump up, right? Kind of similar to this, big tower, small tower, big tower, small tower. You had the run all the way down here. I call this touch one. Run all the way down here, that's touch one. You had the bounce up. Look at this, up, down, up, up, down, up. Kind of similar to an ABC or even a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look, it's right there. You can count it out. Right? I know you're not probably supposed to do this, but because I'm a noob, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Right? You can count that out just like that. And then look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? You get the same count right there, and you can see you get a very similar count, very similar pattern as it made this huge run up here. Now, this huge run up back over here did have a really, really large wick at the top of it before it came down. But take a look at this. You came down, you came up, and then you did finally roll over, and this was the capitulation that everybody was looking for. You came all the way back down here for a double touch, right? You broke out the bottom a second time. Where is it? I know a lot of people, a lot of people are saying that this is over, that the bull run is starting. I don't believe it. And I'm just going to keep saying that. Just prove me wrong, okay? Just that's all I got to say. Prove me wrong. That just show me. Just show me the bull run is over. I want to be in the bull run. I want to wake up in the morning and I'm gonna let my dog pick some altcoins, the ones that have survived, and I'm gonna put it on video. I'm gonna have my dog pick an altcoin, just a random altcoin, and I'm gonna put like $20,000 on it, and I want you guys to watch my dog just make an absolute freaking killing. Okay, because that is exactly what's going to happen. I am so excited for it. I might even call my, yeah, I'll just call someone's random grandma, right? I'll just call, I don't really, my grandma's gone, but you know, otherwise I'd ask her to pick it. And in fact, she could probably pick a coin that's a hell of a lot better than a lot of the TA guys out there right now, right, from her grave. So I'm looking at this pattern and I'm watching this similar pattern play out. Now, if this does change and this pattern changes, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. But this looks very eerily similar to 2014, 2000, and then now this pattern still looks the same, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now and then. All right, looks very similar. Huge run. Guys, this is a massive, massive, massive run here. This is a fucking huge run, right? This is a huge run. I mean, look at this. Look at the price. Look at the range on this baby, right? Look at the run on that baby. That was cooking like with butter. That was a thing of beauty, right? Look at these big, nice, fatty runs. Look at the run right here, right? This run was even more impressive, right? That was a double doozy. Look at this one. Now this one, hit, retraced, hit again. The Bollinger Bands they like to play the top, then the bottom, then the top, then the bottom, then the top, and the bottom. You know, just like your girlfriend when she used to call me back in 2007, you know? I mean, you know, that's what she liked, and I was into it. So now that we're over here, we're looking to come back down and we want to test the bottom, right? Some guys like the bottom, some guys like the tops. You know, I like it right in the middle, right up the gut, right in the gut. You know, I'm telling you, 2 more inches, I could have been a basketball player, a porn star. It's a sad reality of life, right? Failure at both. So now over here, I want to watch this as this plays out. And if you look at this huge 31% run, right, I want you to note that we've had truly an $802 run. So you've had a 31%, 156% run, 31 points, 156%, but you've only put in a 25% true price run. Right, actually, you're a little bit lower than that. You put in, you're right yonder. You're just right there, right? So you put in 22% run with this massive 156% run. To me, that is not fucking bullish. You don't run to the top of the Bollinger Band and then get excited, right? And not especially not when you have just the first test of a bull market, right? Or if you think it's a bull market, there's always a second retest. Okay, and I want to pull this back and let's go over here. Let's take a look. Actually, I want to pull this over. I'll pop that right there. All right. 156% on the TDI, right? 22% on the PA. Let's go rip this bad boy off. All right, here we go. Come here. Give it to me. All right. So which one you want to do? Which one you want to do? So there's that big run right there. Let's go ahead and we're going to take a look at it. Right? Yep, right to the top. 65% run. Now, nice, much nicer. 92% run. 65% price run. That was good. Now, but in reality, you would actually probably be right here. You'd be looking at that because are we measuring? No, because we measured all the way to the top over here. I measured all the way top. Yep. So we're going to measure all the way to the top. Let's do that. So I'm going to pull that baby on. Yeah, that's all the way to the top right there. And then we're going to measure to the price action where we're at right now. Right, so we've had a 44% run and a 93% run on the, so 43, it's about half. It's relatively half, right? 93% TDI, 44% PA, right? And then on the second one, you see we had 130, and let's find the bottom of that bad boy. Oh yeah, that's baby bull Jesus. Yeah, that's baby bull Jesus right there. So 138 and 105. 105 right there. I'm going to remove that. I don't really need that. But I just wanted to show you guys, you had these big runs and nominal price action, especially for the first time we did break out and hit the top. Yeah, a lot. Vamp is actually looking tired right now, if you want to know the truth. Vamp is a little pooped right now. All right, so I'm going to pull these off because my charts are already a freaking mess. Okay. Let's pull that back. There we go. All right, let's cruise along here. Top side 4072. 4072 is like rock solid top side here on the Bollinger Band. So you see that 4072 on the weekly. So weekly mean BB resistance equals 4072. So there's your 4072, and you have that 6. And you have that TD green 6 that we have never had, right, in a bear market, right? We've never had this green TD6 in a bear market. We just haven't. There's your 3 to 8. Look, you made it to a 5, died, and then that was it, right? Plenty of green 6s, plenty of runs outside the Bollinger Band. You know, I always love it when, you know, the bulls are like, I mean, if you're watching this chart, you know, oh my God, people are like, this is the top, it's over. This is the top, it's over. This is the top, it's over. This is the top. I mean, shit, this thing ran outside the top Bollinger Band for a year, a freaking year. And we ran outside the bottom of the Bollinger Band for 1, 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So we're outside, actually 5, if you get the poke, right? You give the poke. We were outside of it for a whole 5 weeks. I can't even count how long we were outside of it right here. This is at least a full year, at least 1 full year outside of the top of it. Then you go all the way back over here, and you can see that this is where, you know, you saw it. There was your first green TD6. There it was. It did retrace after it, but you got a green TD6. And then you had the start of the bull market, right? Which, hey, if we come back down and test the 200 MA, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's show me that this is going to come back down, test the 200 MA, and then I'll be like, all right, there you go. You know, let's talk. Let's have a conversation. But we've never had a green TD6 until the bull market started, right? Now, things are a little more sideways here. I mean, we see this thing ran sideways forever, right? And this doesn't have to really drop that far. If we just drop down a little bit and threw in a 1 and maybe flip this baby back and forth, but our monthly is really what our critical issue is right now, because over here on the monthly, there's our 2 week, we're on a red 8. I'm sorry, yeah, we're on a red 8. You know, yes, can this thing bleed? Yeah, sure it can, right? But there's your monthly. You know, look at this. Look at this is the monthly. I mean, this thing, honestly, if you go back and you pull up, you know, this is Coinbase. Unfortunately, it's Coinbase. I don't know why the fuck I got a Coinbase chart on here, right? But I do. So I do have Coinbase. I'm gonna have to switch these. But if you had a Binance chart or a Bitstamp chart, you would see that you did run a monthly bleeding green. You had a bleeding green TD9. I still think this is a head and shoulders that's popping up over here. You did flush for the first time a little bearish. This is a very weak little pump on the histogram. It did retrace bearish. You have rolled bearish on the 12-hour. Now, that's not what I'm watching, though. What I'm watching is this. This is what I'm watching right here. I'm watching this 3-day. When we did roll over, we rolled over here, and this is where we found Baby Bull Jesus. Look, this was not that far of a fall, and we've done exactly the same thing. You see, you got this little inverse horseshoe, first bull bounce, higher high with lower price action, and we are definitely 100% unequivocally in a higher high with lower price action, right? You can't discount this. It is playing out very similar to what it played out before. It is the same pattern, not only on this over here, but it is also the same pattern on the MACD. This is the same pattern on the MACD as it is playing out over on that TDI chart. Very, very similar, right? 3-day MACD, higher high, lower PA, right? Now, to me, that is a, oh yeah, nice. Get under the trend line, good peak. Yeah. Oh shit, you got a long call. Oh, 7 minutes. Jesus Christ, it's a 7-minute chart. So one of the things to me is, this says exhaustion to me. So that's what this says when you get the higher high with on the higher high in the indicator and the lower price action. You basically are just, you're pooping out, right? You're pooping out, and that's kind of what's, I feel, going on. You're getting a little exhausted, and the trend is getting exhausted. You have had a huge run, absolutely fucking phenomenal run on this thing. A phenomenal run, and we've talked about this. You know what I'm saying? We've talked about this. These runs are huge. Look at this: up, down, up, down, up, and that was huge run. Look at this little cute little retrace right here. Was this whole move down? Pulled all the way up. Nice move. Big retrace, right? Big retrace, and then big retrace up. Sideways action. Became exhausted and finally died. And you know, I want to call this manipulation because I do feel the market was being held up in place. We're now down, and look at what we're doing. Very interesting. Huge runs all the way back up the top. Remember, I always say, don't be afraid of the tops. Don't be afraid of the bottoms, right? You really need to be scared of what's in the middle, right? Because the big fall, right, was right there in the middle. The big fall was right here in the middle. Now, yes, I know, you go back here, that was a huge fucking fall. I get it. All right, okay, let's move on, right? Because I know somebody's going to say, vamp, look at that one. All right, I get it. It was big, okay? It was big. Now, RSI chart, we are down below a trade line. This was a bearish trade line. It is a weak one, right? This is a weak trade line right here. This is a stronger trade line here. Let me scoot this over. If you do break this, this is really strong. If you break this, this is really strong. And you just got to wait to break either one of those. You're in some weird quasi-paradigm, middle-of-the-road thing right now. Now, I have been pointing this out as a massive head and shoulders, right? I still think this is a big-ass head and shoulders. And I don't know why the head and shoulders isn't up there. But let's throw it back up there. I don't know why it's gone. But so you boom, 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 right? I mean, that to me, you know, well, oh, Jesus, Lord. Yeah, so that would get super ugly deep, right? That would be something like that if this were some horrific head and shoulders thing. It would be like that. Big-ass giant head and sloping head and shoulders. Even this little formation right here looks sloping head and shoulders to me in this medium, right? Peak says PA feels like May 10th, and let's go back and we'll take a look at May 10th with the Peakster. But I do want to come back to the trend lines here. Let me get back to our trend lines. May 10th, May 10th, May 10th. And let's see what we got, skis. July, May, April. Yeah, May 10th. Yep, you're right. Yeah, and look at this. So if you, oh shit, let me just get that back. Lock that up. You know, and look, this looks like a fucking Head and Shoulders, right? It looks like a big ass Head and Shoulders, right? That looks like a super big ass Head and Shoulders, right? Super big ass Head and Shoulders. Only the price action is really not really moving that great. But yeah, Pete, you're absolutely right. This does look like the May 10th area. And you see that was the first wick out though. So that was a wick out on this trend line where we're at right now. We are over the trend line. We're actually on the second trend line that is coming up. So you can see this is our second trend line that we have that's chugging along right there, right? I'm going to stretch this out a little bit more. But you can see the big wedge I have. So I have this big wedge, and I do have this 4164 on the top side, 3911 now on this trend line, and your lower side, you're still 3540, 3534. So you get a better view of how that thing worked out right there. So I do have all these trend lines that come all the way down, okay? And that trend line has actually played out pretty well. You know, there's no reason we can't run all the way out to this purple trend line, though. The purple trend line is the friend of the trend, okay? All right, all right. So I'm going to put that resistance. We got 4164 and 3911. Support is 3534. Yeah, I mean, it's rolled over bearish. There's no reason that this can't swoop up and do a fake out and then die over the next couple days. Weekly price action. So here's our weekly volume. You see the weekly volume is descending. We do have a big descending macro bearish trending volume, and we were moving bullish, right? So we had bullish momentum here, but we have had continual macro bearish on the volume side. Look at all the trading that's been done in here. These bars just keep growing. These will eventually act as support and resistance for us a lot further down the road. So when we get a lot further down the road, these bars are now going to be harder, whether we go up and have to come back down through them or go down and have to go back above them, right? So your gap is still up there, 41.90, 43.91. And then you still have the sky's the limit to head to the downside. We're on a weekly support. Look, we've tested it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's that historical weekly support and the 618. They're all parked right there, and we are on them trying to break through them. But you see that support just keeps getting rejected. Now, locally, this does look like a Head and Shoulders-ish kind of pattern that's playing out if you didn't have that big fat wick right there. But it kind of does. So this is 2014 right here. This is the very top. We've already gone over this. You see what we're looking at here is our ADX chart. So we're trying to get a good look at our ADX chart. We have broken bearish. Now this is bearish. When your blue line is below all of your other lines, that is bearish. Also take a look. This is your histogram line, right? This is your histogram line. And what happens is when this baby flips on you, when this can go orange, pink. The second this bad boy goes pink on you, right here, this thing will start flipping pink. If this thing starts flipping pink right here, it'll get actually pretty ugly, and you can see a big dump. You see how this went pink right here, and you lined up with that big parabolic dump, right? Look, there's the histogram. Boom, went pink. And you have the big dump. You've had a really, really nice run on the histogram here on the daily. This histogram line is still bullish. It is not flipped bearish, even though the price action is neutral. Our price action would be definitely neutral at this point. We would not be bullish on the price action. I would also say we're not bearish on the price action. But if you did come over here, the ADX clearly shows us that we have truly started a bearish posture with the ADX because it is below, right? When the price action is, when the blue line is below all of the other lines, that is bearish. Okay, so we're just going to watch that as it plays out. I do want to bring my triangle back. Here's my triangle meme. 24 days this played sideways after the dump. We're not even close to that right now, but you see where the 24 days is. So, you know, this thing can still bounce around. If it does break out of my meme triangle, you also see that their top side right there, 4,100 on that particular trend line right there. So you have 4109 on that particular trend line. This is your 2018 trend line, right? Okay. Top side 2018 trend line is at 4109. Okay. So we are just playing this meme out, but the ADX clearly has broken to the bearish side. ADX daily has a confirmed bearish bias. So we have a confirmed bearish bias on the daily. So that's the daily. Weekly, I don't know what the hell, guys. So look at how different this is. Here's 2014 and 15. Ups, downs, ups, downs, ups, downs. Nice moves, right? Kind of sloping. Very sloping. I mean, this thing is practically, look, this was all moving sideways. Really weird. Practically moving sideways right there in the ADX, even though this is bearish. So this does say we're still in the bear market when this line goes. When these two cross, then we will be in our bull market. You do also see that this area, this orange area, is resistance for the bulls. They are in it. See, they come down in it and they get rejected out of it. All right, so look there, bounce out of it, bounce out of it. And then this was capitulation to baby bull Jesus right there. WMA chart still looks like a big ass head and shoulders. If that is a big ass head and shoulders, this is the last leg, and it does have a nice run. Now, this is our NVT chart. Okay, this is our baby bull Jesus chart, and I've been watching this. So we do have this meme-ish style trend line right here. Let me pull that baby down, right, like that. I mean, now we haven't touched it. Right, we haven't touched that yet, but damn close. Right, and this also says, hey, you know, do you have to touch this trend line before you pull back? NVT, so NVT, so close to the trend line. All right, let's cruise along. Multiple Myers chart, not saying nothing. It's so delayed, it's crazy. This is our historical volatility. Nothing. This basically says nothing has happened. Not a zilch, nothing. Right? Look, I also have the 50 and 30 up there, showing the bear and the bulls. As you've got those crosses, you see you had that bear bull cross, right, which has kept us bullish here on the top side of it on the 50 MA. We're going to have to watch that and see as that baby plays out. If that 50 does break, if the 30 does break, we're going to have to watch to see a retest of the 50. This is the scariest chart on Planet Crypto right now. So if you are existing in Planet Crypto, this chart scares the living bejesus out of me. The longs RSI, the trend line, too many things all coming together right now. Like everything in its mother. Like this chart scares the piss out of me. Right? This chart scares the living piss out of me. Take it easy, guy. Take it easy, buddy. Hey, Steve. Yep, Stevie, thanks, man. I will record this. Thanks, Peak. Right? This chart scares me. Right? There's that is all I can say right there. This longs chart scares the living piss out of me. because I swear to you, I don't know what's going to happen, right? I swear, I'm like, right? This chart literally has me. I don't know. It's either we're gonna get a wild pump or we're gonna get a wild dump, and it's coming, right? I'm telling you, it's coming, and I just don't know which one. And it's going to be all due to the longs and the shorts. We are literally almost parity. We're almost at parity with the longs and the shorts. There's that Stoke, insane Stoke run, right? Absolutely crazy. You know, your topside resistance right there for your, but it just crazy, right? Just absolutely nuts. I just don't know. Just don't know. Nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dumped. We already know that. We counted that on the last show. Dumping, but not dumping on the Stoke on the 12-hour. Daily is still high. You really got nothing. Stoke's not telling me anything. And there's that 6, right? There's that 6. Now I'm going to bring a couple more charts up right here. This is my 3-day. Okay, so same thing right here. And I don't know why. Listen, let me adjust this damn thing. I want to bring this back here. Oh, let's crap out. Right, and where is it? Nope. There it is. I already got it. Let's save this bad boy. All right. Get this off. And there. Oh, why did I just do that? Okay, so this is our 3-day. This is the God mode and the Phoenix ARI right here. There's the Phoenix ARI. There's the God mode right there. Now, this is Baby Bull Jesus, right? Let me title this real quick for everybody. BBJ. There's Baby Bull Jesus right there. And listen, I have this line, this resistance line up here, pegged it, pegged it, pegged it, right? So like a high up, down, up. Look at how high we are on this 3-day, right? And you can see, look, this is the bullish market. Like this is the bull market. You see everything is on the top side. This is the bear markets in the middle to the bottom side, right? So you see all this low shit down here. All this low shit, this is all bearish, bullish, okay? And this is where we're very similar. All of this stuff that's running over here, right? All this, come on, get up there. Is all similar. Okay, let me pop this baby. So the 3-day rolled over till the final capitulation right here. You see that 3-day trying to roll over. Same thing. The price action's high. Don't say don't worry about it high. Don't worry about it low. Be afraid in the middle. Look, this is where we fell out. We fell out way down here. This blue price action line was way down here. So you need to be worried about this because this is rolling over, right? This is rolling over. You're at the very tippy top up here on your Phoenix ARI. You had a very similar run up on both of them. Very similar pattern run up on both of these, right? You need to see something fundamentally change here. Like this thing has got to explode up to the top side and really break out up over the top side to show me that the bulls have arrived in force and mass, right? This is the 3-day God mode and Phoenix ARI, just like 2014, right? Now, you know, this thing could just keep putting sideways, but it hasn't broken. Clearly hasn't broken, right? Clearly has not broken. Little breakout on Tron. Listen, this is the crazy thing. All of these alts are doing boom, and they're all retesting back. Like they all are putting in these huge pin bars, sideways pin bars. Look at this is XRP, huge pin bar pulled all the way back. You're just seeing it right now happen on BCH. You see it happen on SV, you know, and you know, you got a lot of people out there, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, I don't, these wicks are up and down so quickly. A lot of hopium in the market right now. A lot of hopium, a lot of literally all of crypto Twitter right now is calling the bottom practically. There's a lot of crypto Twitter out there calling the bottom. I do see there's a big wedge here. Nothing has changed for me on Ethereum. Little more bullish right here on Litecoin. I see Litecoin's got possible, maybe could be a little top left, but I can count a 5-wave up on this. If not, yeah, I can see one more little push up. So you could get one more little push up on Litecoin. I was actually looking at all these. Raven, I actually called Raven out. Fucking perfect. I mean, I called Raven so perfect. I'm like, I'm even shocked with myself, right? Here I am. So there's Raven. If you guys weren't watching, I mean, I was like, right, I jumped out of my Raven trade. So I had a small bag of Raven open. And I'm like, all right, I'm out of Raven. And I even said it. I said, that's it. I'm dumping my Raven. Right? Where's it at? Right? I dumped my bag of Raven. So I dumped my bag of Raven. Right? And I was like, all right, I'm out. So I got out of my bag of Raven March 7th. Right? So if you look, where's March 7th? Right there. Right here. There's March 7th. I got out of my bag of Raven. It's actually right here. It pulled back right here. No, it was over here. Yeah, I got out of my bag of Raven right here, March 7th. And there was it is. And I'm like, I dumped my bag. I only had a baby bag of it. I dumped it. There's actually the candle, right? And then you saw this. This is after I dumped it. You had this big pullback. I said, whoa, I want to see if the retest and support launches again. You then had, where's it at? Then I said, hey, you got to watch out. Let's see if the 382 holds. It came down, hit the 38 right before the 382, and it actually got a little bit of a bounce right there. It was right off the 382. Now I've adjusted this since. So I've moved my trend lines around, but this hit right into the resistance zone I had. You see that resistance and support came right down into it and bounced off of it. I then said, hey. All right, where was it at? There's my next Raven call. So I said, let's see if this holds the 5-0. 5-0. I called the 5-0. I then said, hey, this sure as shit looks like a inverse, a huge head and shoulders. I placed my right up there where it's at. Didn't quite make it and retraced all the way down. I mean, unbelievable how perfect of a call. I've played this all the way. Now, have I been trading it? No, because I can't short Raven, so I have not been trading it. but this shit is like on fire, right? Like Vamp has been on fire with that. Because, yeah, XLM has got, what's going on? XLM, oh, it's because it got launched on Coinbase. Yeah, never mind. Be careful with that. ICX dying out. I've been watching ICX. Look at the EOS dying out. ENJ, I was watching this for a second after that big pump. Same thing, looks like it's pulling back. This could maybe go for one more little run right there. That would be interesting if that did get one more little baby pop. But I'd be very careful right now in your exposure to alts, right? That's what my recommendation is. I'd be very, very careful in your exposure right now to alts. That's all I gotta say. All right, just be super, super careful. Yeah, we're gonna pull this bad boy all the way back. You got 5 hours left until you get that bear cross. So until that happens, you just watch it. Just be very careful, you know. And then the hours that are gonna follow that up are just gonna be that much more dangerous, right? The hours that are gonna follow that baby up. Let's go. Where's my chart at? There's my chart right there, right? And remember, 2014, we had a down, right? It went down, up, down, and then it did a little double top right there, and then it died out. All right. So listen, that's it for me. I want to do a quick, just a little update. So what we're going to do is let's make a note. We're going to put a note right here, okay? Let's do a couple quick little notes. Okay. 12-hour bear fucking cross in 4 hours from now. PA needs to be above, oh Jesus Christ, what do we say? The 12-hour needs to be above, what was it, 50? 39.50? 39.50 I think it is, right? Wait, 38.50, there it is. Above 38.50 to 38.60 to avoid. Okay. All right, so we got that. I do want to put some of my support and resistance points in. 37.50 is a support. So we do have a lot of support at 37.50. $37.50 equals support. Okay, so 37.50 equals support right there, and then we still have the same support right down here. Nothing's changed. This is our heavy support right here. 30, and then below that is 35 and change. Right, and hold on a second. 40.72. There's 40.72, so still got that right there. 40.72 and 41. Yeah, that's way up there. And then 41.09. Yeah, it's all right. Okay. That's it. I'm going to slide you over. Okay, there we are. Ooh. Actually, I'm going to reduce that. All right, okay. Don't need that over there. All right, and oh, let's see if I did that. Okay. And that's it, peoples. A lot of resistance, 38.28, right? Yeah. All right, that's it. All right, thank you all so much. I really appreciate y'all being here. Tried to keep this as short as possible. I am the Vamp. We are from Trading Associates, and I am out.